All right, we made it to Trinidad after a 12-hour journey. We left LAX last night at 11:30 p.m. Landed in Miami early this morning, couple-hour layover, and now we are here with just a few bags. Man, hauling this stuff through the airport was not easy, but we made it, and we're waiting for our buddy Martin, who's got a taxi service over here, and really good guy. He's picked us up every time we've come in and dropped us off at the same time. Good guy. So I think he's gonna be pulling up any second now. We can get all this stuff loaded up into his vehicle and then head over to our boat, which we have not seen for months. So I'm pretty anxious to go check it out. All right, you getting the cushions out?
Yep.
Okay. How many more are there?
2.
All right,
Can
bring
you
them
help
up.
me with one?
Sure, is it a big one?
Yes, the biggest one.
Okay, I'll help you. So we're back at the boat and we're going through the whole process of getting all of the basically the seacocks open to let the water in and out of the boat, into the toilets, into the air conditioning systems. And currently we have a basically a house air conditioning window unit that is over here and has been running so we could keep the boat cool and free of mold while we've been gone. But now it's time to try to hook up the shore power again, but they had to take one of the plugs off of the shore power cables to put onto this AC unit to get that running. So I'm gonna have to rewire that real quick, plug it in, and then hopefully there's no barnacles growing inside of the air conditioning water system. So basically it's pulling water from the ocean and running through the AC system and then dumping out the warm water to basically cool the boat down. So that's next. All right, well, all the air conditioning was working for a little while, and then the salon, the main area air conditioning, stopped working. So started looking into it down here. Thought might be some air bubbles, bled it, but it was just dribbling out really slow, so it looked like a blockage. So pulled apart these lines and stuff and got the sea strainer out of there. I think it's a plastic bag that got sucked into there. Man, it's tons of barnacles and stuff. So I'm gonna take this outside and dump it out, and then give it a bit of a cleaning and put it back together, and we might have air conditioning that works again. Welcome back to the boat.
I know.
All right, so the air conditioning seems to be back up and running now. Success. Well, the air conditioning's worked all night long and they are still working, which is great because it kept the boat nice and cool. I mean, eventually, I'm sure that there's a lot of cruisers that don't use AC at all. You just get used to it. But for us, we're coming from Southern California and it was literally like 50 degrees when we left and rainy. And now we're here and it's close to 90 degrees and tropical and humid. So it's gonna take us some time to get acclimated. So thankfully, the AC worked all night and we could sleep in. We were exhausted. And we don't have any food on the boat, so we got up and we went to the cafe, had a bite to eat, but now we're back here on the boat and it is time to unpack all of the items that we brought with us. We've got a couple bags that we've already done. We did that last night, but we have a lot left to do. Let me show you guys what the chaos looks like inside of the boat right now. Hi.
Legos.
Ooh, Legos, activities.
Don't be playing.
All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more bags in here that they are currently unpacking, along with these bags that we have out there. We did unpack a few last night, so at least we got through some of it, but we have quite a bit more to do, along with getting some other systems installed on the boat, like our Starlink. So we brought a Starlink standard system with us, and I also brought a Starlink Mini as a backup. So this is the main panel for the regular standard Starlink down there with the router and power and all that. And then the Mini, I've got some more electronic stuff in there that I'm going to install on the boat as well. And more kitchen items that we need to put away. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, but I think that by the end of the day, hopefully we'll have, there's Legos falling down there already. Should definitely get those in the right spot. So we've got a bit of work to do. And after we get all that done, well, we're still gonna have to go shopping and get food. I don't know if that's gonna happen today, but luckily in this marina, there are a few restaurants really close by that we can walk to, and they actually have really good food. So if we don't go shopping today, it's not the end of the world. It's just gonna be a bit more expensive. And now we are on to the homeschooling.
The very last bag.
Yes. So Aria has actually always been homeschooled since she started kindergarten. That allowed us to travel. So we went to all of the FD events. We actually went to Japan, to Puerto Rico, and a few other places with her as well. So she's always been homeschooled, and it's allowed us to travel and do all the other things that we wanted to.
Fun fact, I was actually homeschooled by using the same program. It's called Becca, and me and my sisters were homeschooled up until I was in 10th grade.
But thankfully, Ashley takes care of that and teaches our girls. And now Rio is also doing homeschool.
You want to show me books?
What do you got there, Rio? Oh, and now you are reading and you're doing math.
Yeah, this program is really strong on phonics, which is missing, I think, from a lot of schools today. So that's what I really appreciate about this program, the elementary program.
It is really good. So I am not great at spelling, as you guys might have noticed some typos in my titles and thumbnails before. I went to public school, and Rio is learning how to read better than I can read. Hopefully very soon, Rio, you'll be able to read a lot more than I can read. What do you think? Yep. So you're gonna have to teach me how to read soon.
No.
Just kidding, guys. I can read. Spelling is not my forte. Neither is math, really. Until I got into race cars and building cars, that's when I understood that math was actually something that is useful. But when I was in school, doing geometry was fun because I liked doing the shapes and angles and all that. But doing algebra, I absolutely despised. It was terrible because it had no meaning. There was no point of it all. It just seemed like, well, don't say A, just say what the number is. I don't know what A times X is. Just tell me what these mean. But now I understand it. Put that into a formula, you build a race car, you figure out what the compression ratio is. What's up, Ria? What do you got there? Oh, and you're gonna learn how to read an actual clock, not just looking at numbers, right? So what time is that? Okay, well, she's learning how to do it, but soon, check back with us and she will be able to tell you what time it is. Well, the boat also came with a safe. Now, it's not like anything crazy. It's just a simple little safe. Pretty cheap, actually. And I changed the batteries in it before we left because the keypad was like dying. I could barely get it open. And luckily, I got it open. I changed the batteries and I was able to put some stuff in there before we left. But now that we're back, well, the batteries are dead. And now I cannot get it open. So I'm trying to pick the lock on this thing and it's not working. This is now broken because I messed with it for a minute and just basically twisted it and it broke. So I've got some screwdrivers and a pair of pliers, and I'm going to attempt to break this safe open, and then I can remove the safe, get a new one, and install it. Unfortunately, this safe does not have access to the batteries from the front, which would make sense when it's an electronic safe to have access to be able to change the batteries out, so it dies. No, it's on the inside of the safe, and I don't have the key. Almost in now. I got that corner ripped open so I can get to the hinge side. I can see the pins now, so I just gotta pry that side open a little bit, and then I can get the door to swing open, and then I can just remove that whole thing and chuck it in the trash. Almost there.
What is it?
That's where the batteries are. Not accessible from the outside, so you cannot change the batteries from the front panel. Time to ditch this thing. It's time to unbolt this thing, and the head of these bolts are on the other side. So Rio is actually in the little cabinet right now with an Allen wrench. She's gonna hold it in place for me. Hopefully she has enough strength. These are nylock bolts, so it might be a little bit hard. Aria, can you help her out if she needs help?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, you can go film her. Okay, Rio, you ready?
Almost.
Use all your strength.
Let's go.
Is it turning?
Yes.
Are you able to hold it in place?
Mhm.
Can you hold it? Yeah.
All right, you can go to the one that's underneath that one now.
Okay. I took the bolt out.
Perfect.
Don't lose it.
Do you mind if I put these up here?
Okay.
Sorry, Anita, I didn't put it in yet.
Okay. Okay, that one's good.
Okay.
Okay, bottom one.
Bottom?
I'm just handing Aria the screwies.
Okay. All right, all done.
Good.
Getting that safe out of there was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but it's done now. And, well, on to the next thing. It's time to go get some dinner. Oh, yeah, look at all of them.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Can you feel me for a second?
Yeah.
I think they were just saying hello to us.
Oh, yeah? You think maybe they were eating some of that dirt on the bottom of this hole, too? Man, it's been a crazy few months, really, and then the last few weeks.
few days were just a complete blur. Like with our youngest has some type of bug that she's been dealing with for the past 2 weeks. So traveling with her was an ordeal, and also just like kind of coming to the realization of what we were just able to accomplish, like packing all of our stuff, getting it here on the boat, getting everything put away. It finally feels like that weight is just off your shoulders.
Getting rid of so much clutter and all of this, it's easy to accumulate stuff when you have space for it. Obviously, my shop, my race cars, my trucks, all of our cars.
Yeah, you were doing a lot too. Like I was handling most of the home stuff and all the packing, and you were doing all of the shop stuff, building the engines, selling all the cars. Yeah.
It's crazy. It was insane. I mean, I took on those engine builds, 2 engines. I got them on a pallet, and they actually just shipped out the day that we were flying out. So that was Tuesday night, and they got picked up on Tuesday afternoon. So I was at the shop that day, finalizing everything, getting that stuff sent out.
And I was there just basically weighing bags over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, we
trying to keep them under that 50-pound limit.
Yeah, so we still have more boxes of stuff back at your sister's house that we'll figure out what we want to do with it. Once we're on the boat for a few months, then we kind of see what we need, what else we want. But
and get some more school books over here for the girls.
Yeah. Still a lot to sort out with all of our kind of living stuff, because this is our new home. We are at home now, which is pretty wild to say that. We're on our boat, floating in the water in Trinidad, and this is our home. That's insane. We made it happen, though.
Yep, we did it.
We made it happen. Man, I can't wait to get off of the dock and start sailing. But before we do that, since we are in Trinidad, there are a lot of boat services out here, and we can take care of a lot of little issues that could turn into big issues. I noticed one of the Seacocks, there was some corrosion around there, so I really want to inspect that carefully, and if we need to haul the boat out and replace that and some other ones, some hoses, some clamps, whatever below the waterline stuff that needs to be done. I also want to go up the mast and check the rigging and make sure that all looks good before we start sailing.
Are you going up the mast?
I guess I am.
I have to haul your...
You have to haul me up. We have electric winches. Just don't drop me. All right, guys. Well, this is insane. There's so much that we could talk about right now, but we still have a lot left to do. And it is Friday afternoon, which means we have to edit this video and then try to upload it, which is going to take some time because the internet is really slow here. We still have to get our Starlink set up.
That'll be the next video.
That's the next video. All of the other things that we need to sort out. We have to go shopping. We're going to go to this Trinidad Fresh farmers market.
Oh yeah,
tomorrow morning, and see what they have over there. Try to just get a bunch of good food here, so we don't have to keep going to restaurants, which is it's easy, it's convenient, but it's expensive. Income is less now because I'm not at the shop working every day, so we got to watch what we spend.
Yes.
But Anyway, well guys, it's been crazy. Thank you guys for coming on this journey. It's kind of at the point where it's just getting started. We went through all of these things to get to this point. There's still more to do before we really start doing some island hopping, but that's what we're here for exploring adventures. Let's go. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now, like the video, comment. I know you guys already do, and I really, really appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing us and all the really kind comments. It's been really amazing. So thank you, and we will see you guys next Saturday.